Good evening, FSU students, and welcome to the Monday night edition of FSU Weather. This is student meteorologist Jack Anderson.
And this is student meteorologist Ayanna Clemens. And today we are starting the show a little bit differently in a way that I think no one could have ever imagined to have to start a show like this. We are going to be just really bringing awareness to what had happened here on campus on Thursday, April 17th at noon. And
such a tragedy that occurred across the whole entire campus of FSU. I know every FSU student is handling things differently, but know that there's multiple resources all across FSU website, through emails that were sent out, and take your best way of how you want to handle this, and know that FSU is there for you as a whole, and we are FSU strong.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something that, you know, no one has the right way to get through.
Nope.
And it's something that, you know, you're going to have to take the time to really comprehend and understand, and I think it's different for everyone. And there was a lot of trauma that was brought to a lot of students.
Yes.
A lot of people were affected, and lives were lost, and many injured, and it's something that's very difficult to go through, and no one can ever imagine having to go through that.
Yes.
So
we all process things differently, so keep that in mind. Hold your friends tight and your best friends even tighter, because that's what we are. We are FSU strong. I'd like to give a great shout out to the police. Thank you guys for being there in a matter of minutes and really understanding and trying to help FSU's campus out.
Absolutely, and to even take a moment, we're dedicating today's show to those lives lost and those affected, and even the ones that were there when we needed them in time of need, as well as a moment of silence to really recognize those. So. Thank you. And now, you know, I know that this is something that, you know, no one ever imagines they're going to have to go through and talk about on a show like this, but FSU Weather has everyone's backs, and as peers we do as well. And there's many resources, like Jack was talking about, that you can really reach out to. And
we'll be here the rest of the week, FSU Weather, so if you need anything, we are a tight-knit community, and we were there to help you guys through it all. We still will be providing you weather, but know that this is very important to us, and it's something that we are addressing as a community, and we have each other's backs, and we will be there for the coming weeks, coming months, because we know that this is something that will take time to heal for everyone, because we will not think of it the same.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was really motivating, and in a way, it was nice to see that community come together in that time of need, and really having each other's backs. The memorials were something that was such a beautiful thing for everyone, really, and it's just something that you can really hold on to in times like this. But we are going to kind of shift things over and get ready for the rest of our show. We have kind of an exciting show for you guys, and a little bit of some information, a surprise towards the end of the show.
We have a surprise. We're going to figure out who our new team lead is. So
stay tuned for that. That'll be really exciting.
So excited, I know, but you guys will know eventually.
And we're also just going to talk a little bit about what the weather is looking like here on campus this week, as well as we head into the rest of this semester. We're about to end this semester. And it's going to be, it was a great year, and we're excited for the next one. So we're going to kind of take things over to Ryan, and we're going to move things back here locally and talk a little bit about how that weather is shaping up.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's definitely been a rough week for everyone at FSU, and I'm super grateful for you guys in the FSU community. You know, this is a beautiful place. Take a look at this. You know, the sun is shining. The stadium is gorgeous as ever. This is a really special place. This university, and we're all here for each other. And this FSU weather community has been really close. So, you know, if you guys watching need help with anything, you know, our Instagram, Twitter, we're all here for you. We're gonna get through this together. This is a special place, but you know, special place, and it's 82 degrees here. Absolutely gorgeous for this time of year. We're getting 86 in Valdosta, Live Oak, 76 over in Apalachicola, 85 over in Mariana. So we're sitting in the 80s, and we've got dew points in the upper 50s and the 60s. So it's moist as we're outside. It's humid. It feels wet and atmosphere, but our radar at least is nice and quiet, nice clean sweep going around, nothing going on. And as we go through our future satellite and radar, we'll see that the clouds are going to stick around into the overnight hours tonight, but for the most part, the rain stays more to our north and west as the cold front starts to work its way in. Taking a look at tonight's forecast, we'll have some clouds around, temperatures in the low 60s for most of us, getting into the mid 60s along the coast. And then the big story for tomorrow morning is just going to be keeping our eye for the fog. Some of us getting down to about half a mile near Blountstown. Here in Tallahassee, we're going to be looking at about 3.5 miles, about 1.5 miles over in Bainbridge. But some of us also, especially more north and east, are not going to be dealing with any fog at all as we start our Tuesday morning off. But just keep that in mind if you're commuting in the Tallahassee Metro. Tomorrow, starting in the 60s, and then getting up into the mid-80s by the afternoon, 81 by lunchtime, and then for 6 o'clock, it'll be about 83 degrees. Our average high is 81. We're going to be quite above that, 85 in Tallahassee, 87 again over in Valdosta. Down near the coast is where we're going to find some relief. St. Mark's staying at 80 degrees, Apalachicola at 78. But we've got a change coming. That change being, it's going to hit 90 degrees by Wednesday. We've got plenty of sunshine, some clouds around, but then by next weekend, we could be looking at both days into the 90s, 90 on Saturday, 93 on Sunday, and then starting off our next work week, we could be looking at 92 degrees with lows hanging in the low to mid 60s. But we're going to toss things over to Jack. He's going to have a look around the rest of the state. Are we going to see some of that heat stick around through the rest of the state, Jack?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Ryan, on that. Now let's take a broader scope at the whole entire state of Florida, because after all, we are part of the Sunshine State. And you can see we have multiple areas of sunshine across the whole entire state. And I mean, look at this. All across Panama City Beach, Tampa, and even going down to you in Miami, Florida. You can see the current temperatures that we're seeing in the upper 70s and lower 80s, 85 for you in Tampa. Again, really nice temperature and weather to go out and enjoy the sunset, walk your dog, go on a run, or just, really be able to enjoy the weather that we have right now before we get into the summer. Now you can see in Miami overall, no showers out. Again, that's kind of what we're seeing and what we'll see throughout the rest of the week as we go on into Friday and into the weekend. We're going to get up to 81 Thursday and Friday. So again, really nice temperatures all across the board. Same thing for you in Fort Myers. You're getting up to 92 for you on Thursday. That's going to be our peak of the day. So make sure you wear shorts because it is very hot out. We're starting to see those 90s. That's when we know that summertime is coming. So if you like summer weather, now's your time to enjoy it. Live radar, you can see just a couple of clouds across the area, but overall, again, that's the only thing you're watching. So if you're headed out to Orlando and going to enjoy this theme parks, Disney and Universal, I mean, Wednesday, like kind of what we've been talking about, make sure to wear shorts because we'll be getting up to 90 degrees on Wednesdays. And look at this, 89 on Friday. So just up to 90, but not there yet. Now, my lovely hometown of Pensacola, Florida, where I was just there this weekend, we had great weather, and again, we'll continue to see great weather as we go into the weekend on Friday. So now that we're going on to the next future radar and clouds, you can see we do have some clouds moving up through the area, but overall, I mean, super nice weather that we'll be seeing across the whole entire state. We do have a chance of isolated showers for you in the Panhandle of Florida on Tuesday and Wednesday, so be prepared for that, but overall, again, nothing to be worried about or cause any large chance of precipitation. Same thing as we go into tonight in Florida, overall pretty overcast clouds as we see basically throughout the whole entire state. So not really a time to go out and enjoy the stars, but again, it's just a nice evening as you go on a walk. Now to tomorrow's forecast overall, we can see 80s across the border, 70 a little cooler for you in Pensacola, that's my lovely hometown, but overall you can see beautiful 89 for you in Gainesville and a beautiful 88 for you in Orlando. And now I'm going to pass it off to Alyssa, where she's going to give us a broader scope and about the Southeast. Alyssa.
Yeah, thank you. So going on as far as national goes, we will be going, looking a little bit back about what the Southeast kind of looks like, but we will be looking at the warmer temperatures going on. We're going to be focusing a little bit on the southeast right now. It's going to be 85 down in Tampa, and then as you get further up here, it's going to be a little bit cooler, but other than that, nothing crazy. With Jackson being our coolest right here, it's at 69. Charlotte, 82, looking good, looking nice and warm all across today. Now for dew points, we do have a little bit of this dew point kind of going through right here. There's a little bit of a front going on right here, so that's why we have a little bit higher of a dew point. But right now, it's going to be a little bit drier down in South Florida compared to New Orleans, which is not what we're used to seeing. Now, as far as the radar goes, we are having a little bit of a band of rainfall kind of coming through right here. It should just be moving up a little bit, but nothing that will cause any severe weather. Now, this is for our future. It will be moving up, but as far as what Tallahassee is going to get, we're not going to get a lot of rainfall. Maybe a little storm or something, but not a lot of, it's just going to be a little bit of clouds. Now for the rain, as throughout Tuesday, we will be having a little bit of an increase in precipitation of that rainfall, just as the week continues. Now for what the Storm Prediction Center has out for us today, it's going to be marginal error, marginal a little bit right here, but all in all, not so much. Now for tomorrow, what we will be having a little bit of a slight risk right here, and all across right here, it's going to be non-severe, but it is still something to look out for. So make sure you are paying attention to what is going on, what any weather alerts you may receive on your phone. Now for Nashville, what we have for you, it's going to be nice conditions starting out as at the beginning of the week. It will be cooling off as those storms move through as the weekend goes on, but it'll be a good weekend all in all. Now for New Orleans, you will be experiencing some of that rain, some of the thunders and showers on Tuesday, and then it will be warming up as the week progresses with some of those sunnier temperatures as the weekend goes on. So all in all, a good weekend to go visit Nashville. Maybe for Charlotte, it's going to be starting out at 80 and then kind of dwindling by Thursday, and we're going to get some of those thunderstorms right around the Thursday day. Now for tonight, our temperatures all around, again, like Jack said, it's going to be quite gloomy as you go throughout the day and throughout the night, but all in all, it will be good. Now for tomorrow, what we do have for you is warmer temperatures all across right here. That front that it's making its way through won't be doing too much damage to those warmer temperatures that we have been experiencing and we will continue to experience because we are the Southeast. But Tampa 87, Tallahassee also 87, but Atlanta is getting a little bit of that cooler break in temperatures. Now on to what we have planned. We have a little bit of a special ceremony going on right here. Oh, and the National with Ayana.
Yeah. So we're going to actually talk about an even broader scope. We're going to move over and talk about the National. Unfortunately, we skipped the temperatures, but we are looking at the dew point. It's very dry, especially over in Albuquerque and Denver, just really dry conditions, even northern regions of the U.S. like Bismarck, very dry, but as we head into the southeast with that rain, we're really seeing that humidity pick itself up. So we will be looking at that, and speaking of that, as that front kind of makes its way through that southeast region and even up into the northeast, we're really seeing those showers and thunderstorms, so just really keep a note or keep a lookout for that. We're currently having those storms kind of sit over Alabama and Georgia and even Tennessee and up into that northeast region, but again, that's something to look for. And same with Bismarck, we're also seeing those showers make their way into there. So just keep note of that, grab that umbrella, maybe even just stay indoors because it's going to be a rainy day and you might just need to have a chill night inside. But as we look into those future radar, we're really just seeing a lot of clouds kind of covering a lot of the U.S. today, and same with those showers as they make their way through. But other than that, really just gloomy conditions, especially in the southeast. You were really seeing that on the cameras in the last segment. So we were really seeing those gloomy conditions all over, and lots of clouds as well, and lots of rain as well. Look at that. We're seeing lots of rain. I mean, look at down in Texas, in like the Dallas, San Antonio area, right in between, we're seeing it looks like 1.5 to 2.5 inches. And then even if you head a little bit more north in the Kansas City area, we're seeing some significant rain there, and then as well as Atlanta and even New Orleans and things like that. So just keep note of that. And we are also seeing the severe weather outlook that we were just kind of looking at with the southeast. It's mainly focusing there, but we are going to be seeing that marginal risk in parts of Georgia and Alabama, so just keep note of that. you will be seeing some winds and some thunderstorms with that, so just keep note. But up in those northern regions, especially in like that Bismarck area, Billings, we're seeing the non-severe risk, and same with parts of Tennessee as well. So just keep note, you're going to see some showers in that area, but other than that, nothing to worry about. We are going to be we're popping over to Seattle, and we are looking at those cooler temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday, but we're heating up on Thursday, 72, nice and warm, but still sitting in those rather cold temperatures, 44, and really those 40s all around, so just keep note of that. But if we look at Omaha, which is where Sloan's from, which is super cool, we are going to be seeing those showers, especially on Thursday, so just keep note of that. We're going to kind of have those lingering showers and clouds throughout the rest of the week, and those temperatures really dipping down. But those lows still in the 50s, nice and warm, and maybe if Sloan ends up talking to your parents, they can grab a jacket and let them know to do that as they head out for this week. For Phoenix, we were looking at really just sunny conditions all around. Look at that. They are just looking at some beautiful conditions and nice 90s, super warm. So just go head outside, have a pool day maybe. It's just going to be a great time to be outside, it looks like, in Phoenix, Arizona. And if we look at that temperature outlook, we're really seeing most of the southeast in those above normal areas, especially where those showers where we're really seeing above normal temperatures. And if you look behind me, especially in the Pacific Northwest and just all along towards California area, we're looking at those likely below temperatures. And for tonight's temperatures, same story, kind of just really in Denver area with those showers a little bit colder. Albuquerque, again, 47 there, so a little bit chillier. And then across the southeast, we're seeing those showers as well as in that Atlanta, New Orleans area, and cooler temperatures to come with that. So 64 in Atlanta, 69 in New Orleans, and then heating up as we head into Florida, 72 in Miami. And so really just those colder temperatures as we head into the night hours, but as we head into the morning hours, we're picking those temperatures back up. We're seeing lots of red. Look at that, especially in Texas, 88, San Antonio, so just really warm there. Same with Tallahassee, 87, just going to be nice and warm around campus. And even, I mean, Minneapolis is sitting fairly warm, 70. Really going to feel those warm temperatures. I'm originally from Illinois, and I know that they're going to be looking at those above normal temperatures for this time of year, but we kind of have a nice segment to take all this good news of these warm temperatures and move it into the next segment, which is going to be talking about who the next team leader is going to be. And so I'm going to give it over to Sloan, and she's going to be on her very last show here as a team leader. So
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayana. Since it is the end of the year, it's that time of the year again. It's time to hand off the Monday show to another team leader. I am so excited to hand off to this next team leader. I've had such a blast with all the Monday shows, doing my theme parks of the week every week, and I've learned so much from being the Monday show team leader. But the next Monday show team leader is not only an extremely talented student meteorologist, she's also one of my very closest friends. So please welcome our next Monday team leader, Ayana. She's going to do absolutely amazing, and I'm so excited for you, and I'm so proud of you for all your hard work. And I can't wait to give you this baby, which is the Monday show.
I'm so excited. I feel honored.
You'll take very good care of her.
Yes,
Sure?
yes. I'm so excited, and I feel like this is very full circle.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
came into my first show as a weathercasting student, and she was my team leader for the day, and she really helped me grow at the beginning. I was very nervous as a young weathercasting student, and then I started to really feel that sense of comfort here on the Monday show, and I feel that it's really nice to be back and
And you've grown so much. You've blossomed into this awesome weathercaster, and I can't wait. You're going to do absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
Do you have any fun ideas maybe for next year?
So I have some ideas brewing right now.
Okay.
One is potentially being a face-off forecast.
Ooh,
so
I like
two
that idea.
locations and having maybe a forecast face-off
that.
between temperatures, who has the warmer temperature,
Yeah.
something like that. Or Mythbuster Monday sounds kind of fun.
Okay.
Just talking about those weather myths that we probably all hear commonly, and busting that myth as meteorologists and with all of our knowledge behind that, and just being able to clarify and make sure that people know what the truth
real
is.
deal?
Yeah.
I love it. Well,
So-
Ayana, congratulations again for being the
you.
Monday show team leader. You're going to do awesome with it. So now we're going to go ahead and close out the show with Jack and Alyssa.
Yes. And thank you so much, Sloan, and congrats, Ayana. I know you're going to be great as a team lead. Again, Sloan has my best friend since freshman year, and she killed it as team lead, and I can't wait to see Ayana go on because I know she's going to do amazing with that.
Oh, I know. Sloan was also one of my very first team leaders to help me on with the show. And Ayana, I was right along with her, and she is absolutely just blossomed into the broadcast meteorologist that she is.
Yeah, so they're going to do a phenomenal job, so I'm excited. So make sure you stay tuned next year on Mondays. So that'll be something cool to look out to. And again, something that we've learned at FSU Weather is just hold your friends close, hold your friends tight. We were all thankful and grateful to be here today. So yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely special, like walking in today, this evening, and like being able to like hug everyone. It was just a nice moment. So I encourage you to do that with everyone you know, people you haven't talked to in a while.
Yeah.
It's just a really good time to really appreciate them. Yeah.
So reach out and keep your loved ones close. That is the message that we will say and we will continue to say. So now we're going to have a final look at your 7th day.